let me show you how to use Google Gemini to draft emails in Gmail. So follow me to my desktop right now. Welcome to Jotform. My name is George, and on this video, I am going to show you how to use Google Gemini to generate draft replies on Google Gmail. Now, AI is changing the way that we communicate and the way that we make our emails by making it easier for us by using AI. So on this video, I'm going to show you how to take full advantage of the Google Gemini to draft your emails. So let's jump over to my Gmail account, and currently I have opened a test email, and I'm going to use this to show you two ways that you can draft emails with Google Gemini. So we're currently in the email. Let's scroll down here, and we are going to click on reply. Down here, we have a little pencil with a little cross star. That means that it's Google Gemini. So what I want to do is select it, and it opens up this blue bar and it turns gray, and we are going to add an idea of what we want to reply. So in this case, it's just a code, and I'm going to tell it, you know what, Jotform, the code doesn't work. Okay, let's go ahead and create the draft. And if this was a more complex email, I would write more details into it, and it'll generate the draft for me. Now, here we go. It now generated the draft, and it's telling it that, well, I want to inform them that the authentication code received, and this is the code, does not work. And this is the date and time that this was used. So please assist me with the issue. So that's pretty easy, right? That was generated with Google Gemini. Now, I can go ahead and recreate the draft just in case I don't like the tone and pitch that it used. So I can go ahead and recreate it, or I can refine. I can formalize it, say, you know what, I think it's too playful and I want to make it more formal. So I can do that. Or elaborate. Maybe it's just too short. I want to make it look more professional. I want to look like I took time to wrote it. So I want to elaborate. Or shorten. Maybe it's just too short. But let's do elaborate so it makes it longer. Now, in this case, there's not much to say, but it elaborated a bit more. So that's one of the ways that you can draft emails. Let's go ahead and remove this for now. Here we go. Let's go ahead and delete this. And the next option to generate a reply is by clicking on the Gemini icon on the top. Again, it's that little cross that says Gemini, Ask Gemini. So let's go ahead and select it. And in this section that says right here, see what Gemini can do. Let's go ahead and select it. And there's an option that says suggest a reply. Now, this is a bit different from the other one, because the other one I actually wrote what I kind of wanted to reply, and then Gemini took care of it. In this case, it's actually suggesting a reply. So it understands what the email content is about, and it's going to give me a suggestion. Okay, so here's some options. Your source is the email, and I can do something with it. So what is the authentication code provided in the Gmail? So maybe I want to reply something like that. Or who sent the email? What is the approximate location of the login attempt mentioned in the email? Or what this email is about? So you get several options to get that suggestion. Okay, so I'm going to use what are the action items? So let's go ahead and select that, and it's going to generate the draft. So there's no action items, so no information there. But again, I can go ahead and continue with the prompt. Now, I'm going to show you an alternative, which is Jotform's Gmail agent. That is going to give you way more flexibility, better replies, and auto draft replies. That means that when we receive the email, it's going to automatically have the draft ready for us to respond. Plus, it's going to have way more options for us to tune the draft tone, voice, and make it smart depending on the business that we are using this for. So let's get started. So let's go into our Jotform workspace, and we're able to create an agent that's going to be tied to our Gmail account. So it's going to be a Gmail agent. So in this case, let me give you an example. I'm going to use the Jake agent, which is an AI agent, and I'm going to edit this right here. So let's go ahead and edit. And on the left, we have several channels. Select the Gmail channel. Once we select it, we're going to go into the gear icon to select settings. And in settings, we have several options available that's going to really fine tune the way you draft emails on the Gmail. So here we go. The first option we have is automatically learn from emails. This is a fantastic option because it's not just going to generate a random draft. It's going to generate a draft based on the way that you reply. That way it's going to learn and get smarter. So enabling this option is a fantastic option. There's also an option for add a custom greeting. If you don't want to use that and just generate the whole draft, go ahead and turn that off. And you also have the option to use the email signature. So you can go ahead and use Gmail signature or use a custom signature like you saw right now. You also have the option to add AI assisted note. So it's going to add a little text there that says this was generated with AI. So go ahead and enable that if you want to give that warning. And there's also the option to auto delete drafts. So it'll automatically generate the draft for you, but you can auto delete it in X amount of days. So maybe in 7 days, 15 days, 1 day, 30 days, etc. So that means that if you didn't use the draft, just go ahead and remove it in X amount of days. So fantastic option. Then we have the advanced tab here. You have the automatically label emails, which is also a feature here on Jotform's email agent, which will automatically label the emails based on what they are for. So for example, if it's a promotional one, it'll automatically add it there. If it's for marketing, if it's a proposal, if it's a receipt, etc., you can go ahead and enable this to get those labels automatically added. Okay. Then you have the option to exclude email types. So that means that you don't have to just randomly generate all the drafts for all the emails. No, you can exclude certain emails like promotional emails. So if they are promotions, coupons, discounts, etc., we don't want to reply to those emails. So why even generate a draft? So enable this, no reply emails. So if you can't even reply to that email, well, don't generate the draft. Transactional emails for orders, confirmations, receipts, etc., you can enable that there. And for CC and BCC emails. So if you don't want to generate drafts for those, so enable that. You also have the option to add custom email addresses. So maybe you are receiving emails from your boss, maybe family members, etc. You don't want to draft emails. You want to do these manually. Well, go ahead and add the emails there so it doesn't just generate the drafts for those. So a lot of options available here for the Gmail agent. Now, aside from that, you also get all the power of the knowledge base tied to this agent. So that means that if you go to training, go to knowledge base, there's several options to add knowledge to your agent. That means that if you are providing support in these emails, if you are providing sales, etc., well, add knowledge to this by adding knowledge text, links, files, questions and answers, YouTube videos, Sandex, and fresh text. So all these available options to add information into this agent that will fortify the way that you draft emails. So it's going to learn from your emails, and it's also going to have the power of AI, and it's also going to have the power of the knowledge base that you've added here. So several available options for your Gmail agent. Now, you'll also find the Gmail agent options here in the Publish tab, Gmail agent, and you'll find the same settings that you found in the build section, but you can find them here. And you also have an option to view all the draft emails, the excluded emails, and send test email in case you want to test this out and see how it's going to work. So I definitely recommend that you enable the Gmail agent to automatically generate draft emails that are customized to your business and not just random emails that would be generated with a Gemini, which is a good tool, but you don't get all those fine-tuning options that you're going to get on the Gmail agent on Jotform. So definitely give it a try. So please let me know here in the comments what you think about the Gemini draft emails that you can generate and what you think about the Gmail agent here on Jotform. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell notification to get notified when new videos come out. And that is a wrap.